Hello, everybody, or anybody that's watching this video. Maybe doing a little live rant about my fucking Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers. Now, the reason why we're talking about this today is because they had a game just recently, and we lost pretty badly. Which with a rebuild team, I'm not expecting us to win every single game. How we kind of lose some games is the one thing I'm kind of trying to look at. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch any of the first quarter. I ended up watching probably like halfway through the second quarter when they were making their comeback. But first quarter it seemed like they didn't really play too well. We were down by a bit, and then like about like halfway through the second, started just hitting shots, making plays. Like things were looking good. And just like how in every single Blazer game in the past, I want to say like 2 to 3 years under Chauncey Billups' coaching regime, we lose it in the third. And do you know how we lose in the third? One reason, I mean, Simons did not play up to standard whatsoever. Lou Dort had him in hell. Literally had him in hell. There was a couple times where he was passing up shots. I was like, okay, that's whatever. But then I just saw Simons just try to like run through Lou Dort, and I just sat there and I was like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, imagine seeing your like point guard just go up against one of the most like muscular motherfuckers on the court. Like, I just like, what do you expect's gonna happen? I understand he's a hard player to play against. Like he's one of the that's why he's Lou Dort. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in all of basketball. But why would you just run right into him thinking that you're gonna make a shot? And then he kind of like did like a similar thing, like just trying to drive into the paint with just like I get you trying to be aggressive, but just the execution was so poor. He had a really poor game. I think he shot 1 for 8, 1 for 9 from the field, and that's coming from like one of our best scorers on our team. That's not up to the standard that you're playing at, especially for the contract of what like 25+ million for him each year. You just got to bring something else, just more to it than just being being a shooter if you're not going to score. You know, got at least. I mean, he did have 7 assists, so I can't be too hard on him. He was playmaking a little bit, but man, the scoring and just like what he did with the ball in his hands sometimes was just really poor, especially in that second half. That second half was something else. Like in that third quarter, when Chauncey Billups always has his third quarter collapse, there's always just like no energy for like 10 to 20 minutes. It's just like constant, just like we can't score a basket. The opposing team is always able to score, always able to get a stop. And one thing that's crazy to me is that like a lot of these Blazers announcers that I listen to when I'm watching these games, they talk about how long we are and about like how we have so much more length compared to like other teams. You can understand being rebounded, with like Chet Holmgren because he's a pretty tall guy, but they had their small lineup out with O's main being, if that's how you pronounce his first name, as a center, and we're getting. I saw literally a play where we're literally giving up 3 to 4 offensive rebounds in a row with DeAndre Ayton out there and Grant. Like it's just mind blowing. Like Ayton's supposed to be a really good like rebounder, and if he's not getting rebounds, like we have players that could possibly like Jabari Walker. But the thing is, Chauncey Billups, he's not decisive with his substitutions. He just sat there and just watched us get out rebounded the whole time and didn't even think of, hey, maybe I should put Jabari Walker in. And then on top, he decided to even try to put in Duop Reef, who is a good stretch big. I mean, he's not like some fucking Karl-Anthony Towns or Naz Reid, but he's about the poor man's version of Naz Reid, who can shoot threes at a consistent clip and maybe space the floor out for maybe our guards like Scoot that can maybe drive into the lane. But he didn't even play him till the end of the fucking fourth when the game didn't even fucking matter. I'm just a fan at the end of the day, and I don't know any plays or X knows or what's right from wrong, but like you can tell when something doesn't look right sometimes. And I'm not trying to be like these negative fans that a lot of these Blazer fans are nowadays, where they just come on here and just fucking shit on the fucking franchise the whole time. And I can understand where they're coming from at the same time too, but I'm not one of those fans, okay? I'm a little bit more younger. I didn't see a lot of those like those 2000s teams or those 90s teams or even the 70s teams like really much, because I was born in 98, so I'm like a 2000s kid basically. So all I saw was like Brandon Roy kind of lose his prime, which was sad, and then seeing Damian Lillard like leave and us choking the 2019 I think Western Conference Finals to the Warriors. So I haven't had too much like bad memories of the Blazers, but like these last fucking 3 years, man, have been the most. Like I understand we're rebuilding, but like God damn, the Portland Trailblazers franchise ownership is really testing the fans' patience when it comes to trusting leadership over there. It'd be something if we won something in the last 20 or 30 years. We haven't won a championship since 1970 fucking 7. Like, do you know how long that's fucking been? Like, I understand there's some franchises that have never even won an NBA championship, which I feel bad. But like, we haven't won one since 1977. Like, that's insane to think about. Also, while I'm ranting, in that third quarter, they decided to play small, and we didn't decide to go small with them. So we had DeAndre Ayton out there, and we could not get Ayton the ball to save our life under the rim. Like when you're passing like to like a big man like that, you kind of want to like give him like a better look when you're passing, or at least get to somewhere where he can kind of catch the ball. We were just up on like the 3-point line, just throwing up some bullshit pass for Ayton to catch while being like trapped by 2 guys to catch it and shoot it. There was just no like play call to be like, hey, yo, let's try to give this to Ayton so he can have an easy shot. It was just have Ayton still under the rim, see if he can catch and shoot right when he catches it. And we did that like 3 or 4 times in a row. It didn't work. He got stolen from or didn't get the shot up those 3 to 4 times. And like any good coach in the NBA would have taken advantage of the mismatch we had. But instead, we got Chauncey Billups as head coach who just sat there and kind of just let the game fucking get completely out of hand. We're down by 10 at one point, and you would have thought, a good coach would have taken a timeout maybe to kind of, maybe get us to kind of calm down. No, we decided to go down by at least 17 fucking points, and then he decides to call a timeout. And then when we're down by like 19, 20, or so when we're down by 17, and it's the fourth quarter, we're about like a minute in. He like has our starters in, which we're not trying to just lose every game, but we're already down 17. There's 10 minutes left. And Anthony goes in for a dunk in transition, and it injures him. I mean, he didn't leave the game where he had to go in the back of the locker room, but he got injured in a game that we were not going to come back on. Like, I just don't understand what was the whole point of that shit. I played like shit in this game, but I'm sorry. I had so much I had to say. Thank you guys. If you guys are watching this video, thank you so much. I will be kind of just ranting on like this. I don't know if I'm going to make my own separate channel for just sports, because I'm really into sports, but this is my first rant. I'm sorry that you guys had to hear me cuss a couple times, but I just had to get this out because my organization is honestly just mind-fucking me with what they're choosing to do. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much.